Welcome to my birth vlog, where I will tell you all about my very spectacular, kind of movie-like birth. Why spectacular? Because my husband was 8 hours away on vacation with his boys when my little boy decided to arrive. Everything started super fast and we were not prepared for it. It started on a Friday afternoon at around 2:30 that my mucus plug came out. And I was not prepared for it. I did not know what this means. I was home alone. My husband was in Italy on vacation. I started crying. I went online. I checked what does it mean? Is my baby coming immediately? Is he still staying in there for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks? And it says can last up until 2 weeks, more or less, when the mucus plug comes out. It depends on how much comes out. So I was calling my husband, told him not to worry. I will go to the hospital. I will be checked. Don't start yet. Stay on the beach. So that's what I did. I went to the hospital with my sister and I got checked. They did a CTG. I couldn't feel any contractions and they calmed me down and they said, everything is fine. It can start tomorrow when your husband is here. Relax. So I was very relaxed by then for those 30 minutes. But then I wanted to get up. And when I tried to get up from the bed, my water broke. I was like, okay, I know what this means. This is a sure sign it starts. I was then being checked by another doctor and she told me, well, you're not going home anymore. Stupid me decided not to bring the hospital back to the hospital because I was so deeply convinced I will go home. He's not coming today. So my sister had to get my bag. I called my husband immediately and told him, drive here. I need you. I want you to be with me. And he jumped into the car, basically straight from the beach, jumped into the car and was heading towards Austria. So he was supposed to arrive around after midnight. And I was convinced I will not do anything so that the baby is not triggered in any way to come out. They gave me a room. I was lying down in bed and was just keeping my husband up to date what's happening. At around 5 o'clock, I started feeling something out down there. It felt like some contraction, but it was very, very smooth. I could breathe it. It was very irregular. Everything fine. 1 hour later, at around 6 o'clock, some regular contractions started. I had this app on my phone where I could track my contractions. And it was already every 3 minutes for about 50 seconds. I knew that every 3 minutes for about 1 minute means, okay, it's starting. So I was lying in bed, tracking contractions with my app, but still hardly moving so not to accelerate anything. My husband was driving here, and I was staying in bed. Around 4 hours later, so at 9:30, I felt, okay, I now need to go to the delivery room. It's already more intense. I don't want to stay up here. I went into the delivery room, I got checked by the midwife, and she said, yeah, well, your cervix is 2 centimeters dilated, which is not much, right? And it just started. However, I had non-stop contractions, so there was no break in between those contractions. I texted my husband, listen, 2 centimeters, he's not coming in the next hour, but please come here. At around 10:45, I got the urge to push. So I told my midwife, that's a new feeling. So she checked me and I was fully open. So the only times I got checked was 2 centimeters and then 1 hour later, fully open. It all started then, going fast, and I was not updating my husband anymore. I was just breathing and pushing. And my mother, she kept on bringing me wet towels, which I put here. It helped me. Good tip for you, maybe this is helpful for you as well. But I was focusing on delivering our little boy and I was breathing non-stop and there were no pauses at all anymore. What I have told you before is that I was very convinced I want to deliver that baby without any medical support, no PDA, and I'm super happy that I didn't need it. It was again my wish. Also, there was not really time for a water tub. I would have liked to use the water tub, but there was not really any time. So again, back to the story. I was pushing and my husband was supposed to arrive after midnight. However, at 11 o'clock, all of a sudden, the door opened and he came in. And 13 minutes later, our little boy has arrived. So my husband was literally seeing the last 2 contractions, and then my baby boy was here. And it was the most beautiful, beautiful moment that I can ever imagine. Like the feeling when they put your baby here is there. I was speechless. There are no words to describe this feeling. He's just the biggest gift ever. And I'm very, very grateful that it all happened so smoothly, that my husband saw the last minutes. I know this is a very unusual story, but now looking back, I'm super happy it went fast and I was able to do it in a very natural way, and my husband was here. I couldn't be happier. That's my story. Thanks for watching it. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want to hear about my breastfeeding journey, my pregnancy, then let me know in the comments. I would love to do those videos as well for you. And that's it. Thank you for watching and lots of kisses.